Hi there! Welcome to a new episode of Making N+1 Query Problem Detector, the tool that will reveal if your software is affected by the N+1 query problem. In the next video, we started with a high-level idea and through Lean UX Canvas or Opportunity Solution Tree exercise, we broke it down into a list of concrete features and activities that now we can implement. So what's the next step? Turning all into actionable tasks. And what do we need to do that? A GitHub project. Let's jump into GitHub. This is my account. As I open a new GitHub project, I immediately run into the first red block of any initiative. The name. Yeah, naming things, one of the hardest problems in the computer science. There is a quote, in the computer science there are two hard things, which are invalidating cache and naming things. Now we can spend hours to searching the perfect name, or we can follow the good enough strategy. We can pick a name good enough and keep moving. Personally, I absolutely recognize the power of a good name, especially if you are gonna build a product, a real product, or a long-term project. But what about this? I think that it's better to stress and prioritize the momentum. Since I'm just riding the wave of an early excitement for a new project, I want to keep moving and not get stuck by a rabbit hole that searching the perfect name could be. So in case I will revise the letter to name once I have something more tangible. For now, clarity and speed matter than branding. About the name for this project, my approach is prioritize clarity and discoverability. So instead of giving a catchy metaphorical name, I prefer something more obvious as N+1 Query Problem Detector. Not the coolest one, but it's clear, searchable, and it contains all keywords developers might Google when they find tools like this. And I think that in open source, this could be the difference. Sometimes this is the difference between seen and never discovered. Next up, the license. Even if the project is small and even if I'm not sure it will go anywhere, always pick a license early. For this project I've chosen Apache 2 license. I like Apache 2 license because it's more business friendly. Also MIT license is great too, leaner, shorter and more permissive. I like Apache 2 because it has some more protections that make it a better default when you don't know how your project might evolve. Now let's move into the board. At work I use Atlassian Jira, and it's a very powerful tool, but for a small open source project like this where I will work solo, GitHub project is more than enough. It's lightweight, integrated, and it does the job. So I've created a project board directly on GitHub. I've created also a few milestones. Even I will work on this project solo. I think it's very important to slice the project in smaller intermediate steps that they will help me to keep momentum and they will give me the feeling of achieve some quick wins during the journey. And this is a success key and very crucial point in working and developing a side project in the free time with a very low energy budget. The milestone I'm going to create reflect the features emerged during the discovery. As of now, we have three major milestones. The first one is providing a detector that can be used in a programmatic way by developers to enrich their tests to detect the N+1 query problem. The second one is creating a sort of scanner that automatically scans all tests. It will report eventually the presence of N+1 query problem in some part of the software. The last milestone is to giving some suggestion to fix the N+1 query problem detected by the detector, suggestions tailored on the entities of the project. Here is the first issue card I've created. Even at this early stage, I prefer to write a couple of acceptance criteria to keep closer to the definition of really I'm used to be at work daily. Of course, just those acceptance criteria are enough. Of course, if I were in a bigger team, now I will go further, writing more details. For example, a context session at the beginning of the card, to give some important context. But hey, I'm working alone initially at this project, so I can allow me a little bit of freestyle, and in case I will refine the card description later. So now we are given a name to the project, we have chosen a license properly, we have created our board, a bunch of milestones, a couple of cards to start, and yeah, in the next video I will be taking charge the first card to start the development, and I will set up the project in my IDE and start scaffolding the tool. This is how ideas start becoming code. Whether you are a developer or a product owner or just curious about how the software delivery works, hit your like, subscribe the channel, and let's do this project together. Let me know in the comments, how do you handle naming? Do you go with the first inspiration or do you wait for the perfect label? My name is Fabio Formosa, I'm a technical product owner and a software architect. Thanks for watching Beta Liners and see you at the next video.